He marks the plate with a number 1 from the front page. It's ready to print, and off it goes, headed for the press room with the other plates.
This is what the news world looked like decades ago. Multiple individuals working on the press line to get the news out to the masses. Now, it's taken on a very different feel. The landscape has drastically changed, and though we still see these images in the media world today, they've taken on a whole new meaning. Distribution has changed, consumption has changed, and more importantly, the professionals have changed with it.
Oh, Jesus. We don't call him friend, we don't know him at all.
Dan Linehan is chief photographer at the Irish Examiner. He has been a photographer for over 30 years and has seen the industry drastically change over the last few decades.
We're just bogged down now with doing video because especially newspaper organisations have changed, fall in circulation and the uptake in digital media, websites or digital edition of the Irish Examiner, and more video is required every day. And now it's changed, it's digital, and digital is a lot quicker. You can do the job, take the pictures and send them in 5 minutes, but then I think more is expected of you, more pictures are required and they expect the pictures in faster. The deadlines have shortened as well.
Physical newspaper sales have been steadily declining over the last half decade or so. Major players such as the Irish Independent has declined from 112,000 in 2014 to 109,000 in 2015 in terms of their circulation. Similarly, the Irish Times has gone from 80,000 in 2014 to 76,000 in 2015. Local papers such as the Cork Independent circulation has declined as well, yet they remain steady and are seeing a healthy balance in their sustainability.
There's no secret in the fact that over the last 6 or 7 years the newspaper industry as a whole has suffered, and it's been very, very, very difficult for businesses to survive it and get through it. But we have.
Well, I think there is a decline in print across all brands, but that's only natural with the rise of the internet. And I think video is important. There's a lot of there's a rise of things like story, for now video is important, and people like to see video because I think people, especially my generation, attention spans are shortening.
Although technology has brought about new issues in terms of higher demand of content and more real-time content, the more traditional forms brought about their own headaches.
In the older days, it was a lot harder to work as a photographer in the fact that you were dealing with messy chemicals when you were out on the road or you went away. You had to bring hair dryers, chemical baths, everything so that you could actually develop the photographs.
They just want to read 2 sentences and see a video and have the video explain it. They aren't really interested in reading kind of 1,000-word features anymore. I don't think it. Some people in my generation anyway aren't.
Citizen journalism is a major topic in the media world right now. The general public's input into journalism, where content is generated and manipulated by them, is disrupting the professional. Yet the general ethos and heart of journalism remains.
I think there's also a big, I would say a swing or an acknowledgement, whatever the words you want to use, in relation to you have to have professionals doing the stories that you need, and that they are credible, verifiable, and they're properly written, and that the source is reliable. You cannot ever get away from that in journalism if you want to do it right or if you want to put a value on it. And no matter what you're writing about, whether it's a company or a person or an area or whatever it is, you've got to put store in that, you've got to put value in that, you've got to put effort into that. And so journalism at that level, the big word is credibility.
But I mean, there's still some excellent news pieces that we get on a daily basis from our journalists. There's some exceptional analysis pieces, some very insightful and thoughtful pieces.
Specialising in journalism is now a thing of the past. With paper sales and circulation declining, downsizing is imminent. This means upskilling and training in all journalistic facets is pivotal for people in the industry.
I live in the future as well. I use, for taking video, I use my mobile phone an awful lot. So I'd have a little kit that would, you just set up with your mobile phone, and the quality is good as HD. It's 4K. It's absolutely fantastic. So I've had stuff broadcast on BBC, HTV, RTE, and it's all from the mobile phone. There's a Mojo conference, the Mobile Journalism Conference in Dublin every year, which I go to, and there's all different techniques of how to take, use, and broadcast straight from your mobile phone.
It's going in the world of journalism. I think everything's shifting to online, but so obviously people do need to upskill. But I think you need to upskill in no matter what job in the world you're doing.
It's plain to see that we really do have to live in a world of diverse skills and knowledge in journalism. Yet saying this, sticking to the traditional forms of the medium are still vitally important, and will continue to be forevermore. Let's just hope we see the old and the new sticking together.
The way Facebook operates, sometimes maybe 2 or 3 years ago, Facebook video wouldn't have been an important thing, like native video on Facebook wouldn't have been important, but now that's becoming important. So because I work with social media a lot, you kind of have to keep up on the different trends of social media.
Well, with any newspaper, you have to create a brand loyalty. In other words, you have to be consistent in what you do, you have to be credible in what you do, you have to be interested in covering the stories you think will be of interest to the public you're talking to. So what people read from, we believe, and I suppose it's hard to judge because you need to research that a lot, but certainly it's the local news. That's what we try to aim at.
I think you have to be a person that multitasks. I think you have to be able to write. I think you have to be able to interview people, and I think you have to be able to use the equipment as well. So I think it's one job. You get what you have in, as in RT. Use a couple of them, like Sean McEntee from West Kerry would be known as a video journalist, and I think that's what you need. You need the fellow with the knowledge to be able to go out, ask the questions, do his own camera work, and then put the package together.